Hi everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Alt+Tab Show.
Hello.
My name is Paul. I'm here with Jenny.
Well,
and,
this is going to be my unofficial birthday episode.
Oh yeah, Jenny's birthday is coming up. Everyone say happy birthday, Jenny. She's turning 25.
Yep.
Just finished college. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
Hitting the ground running.
Exactly. And then also we have a technician working in the back. Hopefully he won't be distracting anyone too much. He's just over there working on the test bed equipment to make it faster. I don't know. But we have a bit of tech news stories for you guys today. We also have Jenny's.
I'll be right.
Jenny's just playing Final Fantasy.
I'm almost done.
On her laptop. She is currently in a 25-man raid, it looks like.
I'm almost, I swear.
They're about to defeat Cthulhu. And we also have, since we don't have a ton of tech stories, it's just been kind of a slow week from the tech side. We do have a live unboxing that we're going to do for you guys today. We have the Steam Castle from DeepCool, which if you haven't heard of, now you have. Okay. By the way, if you guys want to talk to us, interact with us, ask us questions during the course of the show, please feel free to do so. You can do that by tweeting to us. My Twitter is down here. It's Paul Hardware. Jenny's Twitter is down there.
It's GearheadGirl27.
Yes, so tweet us things and we will favorite them and put them up here.
Yes.
Oh, look at all the happy birthdays for Jenny in this.
Aw, thanks guys.
Yay.
Also, we have kind of a sad announcement if you haven't heard. Ches has left us for greener pastures.
Yep. Ches, you know, it's like you think you know someone.
I know.
You think.
I thought he was in it for the long haul.
Friends for life, and then suddenly they're like, you know what? I'm gonna go and be a high-powered stock and investment trader.
I know, that was out of nowhere.
He's been hired on by a major firm out of New York, doing. I believe he's going to be doing investment banking.
Yeah, he's trading the big.
Managing some hedge funds.
Google and stuff.
He's already, I think he got something like a $250,000 signing bonus, so he's agreed to share that with all of us here. We're each going to get a little cut, different percentages based on how well he likes each of us. So we're really looking forward to that.
Well, I'm going to get the most because he likes me the best.
Well, we'll see how that pans out. By the way, I just made up most of that. Okay.
Quality options. Yes. Technician, when are the quality options coming?
Hopefully we'll have quality options up for you guys soon. From my understanding...
He says next week for the quality options.
Next week the quality options will be there. From my understanding, that is largely based on the number of... Just Ches being here or not being here is what really enables most of the quality options. So we'll look forward to that here. I got a Ches tweet going on right there. We'll feature that one. Done, brah. Done. Okay. Why are you crying?
Because I was saying Ches come back because our new technician doesn't know what the quality options are.
All right. So I guess should we do some tech news?
Sure.
We got some of that going on.
Why not?
Right? Okay. Do you want to start with one of yours?
Yeah, let's start with this one. This one's pretty funny.
All right. This one's an interesting story.
This I found on Wired, and this is an app you can use to break into your neighbor's home.
Nice. So
at first when I saw the title of this, I thought, okay, so this must only apply to people who have the quick set smart locks or
an automatic.
But no, this is much more terrifying. Basically what this app allows you to do is set your key on your smartphone where its shape will be scanned and then uploaded to a cloud storage, a secure cloud storage.
I see.
Where then if you are locked out of your home, you can return to one of the kiosks and print a new copy of your key so you can get into your home.
Surely there's no way to use that for nefarious purposes.
So this guy in the article goes up to his neighbor's house, knocks on the door, whatever, and he says, hey, sometime tomorrow I'm going to let myself into your house. Is that cool? And the neighbor says, yeah, sure, dude. If you can get in, you can get in. But what the neighbor did not know is that while this guy was sitting around in his house, he happened to pick up a set of his keys and set them on his phone and copied his house key, went down to the kiosk, printed out a copy of the key, and then let himself back into dude's apartment.
So I guess as long as you don't physically give up ownership of your keys or hand them around to people, then it's not going to happen. You need to physically have the key in order to do this. However, as mentioned in this article, parking valets, gosh,
yeah,
that's because I used to be a valet, and whereas I am an inherently trustworthy person, I've never lied or done anything bad in my entire life. You know, not everyone is. So I guess that's something to consider. And possibly, I guess if you got a fancy car, you can do a valet key.
Right.
That's like sort of helpful.
One thing the kiosk does require is a fingerprint scanner.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
so it scans the fingerprint of whoever makes the copy of the key.
Oh, so
but
some sort of identification type logging going on.
How hard is it to fake a fingerprint?
I've burned off all of my fingerprints with acid.
Okay.
So that I can replace them.
So
with,
you probably
3D.
can't use it.
Now, what movie is that from? I'm sure it's been used in lots of movies, but it does seem dangerous. Don't lend your keys out to anyone. At least no one with a smartphone.
What? Who's asking if I have a kid?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. People are asking where Netscape is. We have a new design.
I'm sorry. I just started catching on to what's going on in the chat behind me.
I have no idea.
What? I
Is
don't
it
know.
being instigated?
I'm hacking. Don't bother me.
Kyle's just hacking over there. You can see diligently hacking away. Jenny doesn't have a kid.
Unless you count Kyle.
Unless you count Kyle. That's the only child she is inherently responsible for. But yeah, fingerprints. I'm losing track of everything right now.
All right. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Good idea, bad idea? What are some other ways that this technology can prove a danger? Because even though it requires a fingerprint scan, there's nothing saying that once you have the 3D images of these keys, couldn't you just 3D print your own copy from your own 3D printer?
Well, it might.
What would you need the kiosk for?
Because
it says it's enabled for 3D printing.
Oh, okay.
The scan of the key isn't just specific, the file type isn't specific to the key cutting machine.
If you can do it without using the KeyMe service and without having to be involved with that and whatever type of like data logging they have to see who you are or that sort of thing, then yeah, that becomes very dangerous. If anybody with physical access to your key can go pop, scan real quick, and then bring it home, 3D prints, you know, Jerry, I bet he's looking to do this all the time. Barnacules, if you guys watch him, he's all about 3D printers. I bet he's already on top of this game actually, and he's looking for additional income streams. So I bet that's what he's going to do. Jerry, we're on to you, and unless you share the wealth a little bit, we're gonna have to turn you into the authorities. It's just how it's going.
For reals.
There's a string of unexplained cat burglar car thefts in Washington. I think we're gonna know exactly.
I think, you know what, I think in California, at least around where we live, some of this danger is mitigated by the fact that nowhere in Southern California, even when you need one, is there a coat check.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Also, valet parking only exists really in downtown in the Hollywood areas. So I think we'd probably still be safe.
I used to valet a lot when I went to downtown LA. I don't go there anymore though. It's a very rarely. But hold on, I need to tweet that we're live.
I'm going there tomorrow. I'm going to downtown LA. I'm going to Little Tokyo.
Oh yeah? Are you?
To have dinner or no, what meal I'm eating a meal with family. I think that is the middle of the day meal. Sometimes we call it lunch. I've developed a stutter in the last couple days. I apologize, everybody. Not sure what that's all about.
All right, I'm just. Pardon me, everyone. Just doing a quick tweet.
Kyle, do not poke me with the lightsaber. I can see it, you guys. I'm reading.
Yeah.
What do you think is on my screen?
I see all that too. Kyle, yeah. All right, so everyone be careful with your keys. That's the upshot of story number one. All right, I've got one.
Lionheart 1188 would take me to Outback Steakhouse. That's adorable. I love their brown bread, and I like their spicy ranch dressing.
I've only been there like once or twice because I heard that Outback Steakhouse was one of so in California when they passed the laws that required everyone to put calorie counts on their menus, Outback Steakhouse was like the longest holdout. Like they would not do it, and it's because I think don't quote me on this. This could be just rumor that I'm spreading. But they had to like reformulate a lot of their recipes because the calorie count was so high.
Outback wasn't the only one. TGI Fridays was one of the absolute. They still are the worst. Even after reformulating, TGI Fridays still have multiple salads on their menus that are 1,500 calories or more.
A salad.
A salad. It's a 1,500 calorie salad.
Salad drenched in like.
Is it healthy? Yes, it's a salad.
Cheese and bacon dressing with a bunch of like crispy chickens. That sounds delicious. That's all right. I'm having adobo for dinner tonight. I'm excited. Okay, so I have a tech news story here. A little bit of it. So this is a little bit of future technology. This is from Technology Review, and
K9Kin says he'd take Kyle to Chipotle, which is funny because in your snowman Halloween video, that's where you said you were going to take Katie Carey.
Exactly.
Chipotle. It's all coming back.
Full circle.
It's a full circle.
All right, so if you guys are interested in the future of technology, this is one of those future of technology stories. Not available now, but will be available in the future. A new type of computer memory. It's called RRAM. So whereas RAM stands for random access memory, so far we've had SD-RAM of various capacities, and that's where the DDR varieties of DDR2, 3, and 4 have come from. This is a completely new way of actually storing the information in the RAM itself. It is persistent storage, so more akin to like the NAND that you might have in an SSD or a flash drive. And basically, instead of like in a flash drive where it uses kind of it captures some electrons and it puts a charge in a transistor to store a bit of data, this one actually uses a couple very, very thin sheets of some type of metal with like a material in between them that has a bunch of little 4-nanometer holes in it. And basically, by applying voltage to the metal itself, it makes the holes fill in with the metal, and then by applying voltage the other direction, you can it refills it essentially with resistance. This is a very, very poor explanation of how this actually works. Silicon dioxide riddled with tiny holes. 5 nanometers wide, sorry, I was off by a nanometer. Voltage is applied, causing the metal to migrate into the holes, forming an electrical connection between the electrodes. Then you apply another voltage, causing a tiny break to form in the metal inside the pores, and silicon forms a gap. And then the level of resistance by that, depending on the type of voltage, will indicate a 0 or a 1 and basically lead to data storage. It's been
so it's a manufacturing process basically that's going to enhance or create this new type of RAM.
Well, it's a completely new way to store the bits of data as opposed to volatile memory that's available right now or to flash memory that's available right now. But manufacturing has been what's been the biggest problem with this, and it required a lot of voltage to create these. But there's a new design by who did it? It's up here. Rice University has created a new way to do this, a new design. That requires lower voltages to manufacture it, so prevents damage during manufacturing. The memory can theoretically be switched, so actually changing a cell from to the value of a cell hundreds of thousands of times, which is basically 100 times more than previous versions, so it's not going to wear out as quickly like typical NAND does. Not that that's an issue right now, but as we go to 4K video and other things that require more data storage, that's going to be an issue. And it's also much more amenable to stacking. If you guys were following any of the 850 EVO stuff that Samsung just came out with, they have stacked more typical NAND memory. They have 3D VNAND now, where they've stacked NAND using cylindrical type design with holes going through it to deliver the charges and use light and all this kind of fancy stuff. This one is going to be even easier to stack up because it's a simpler design. You only need really 2 connections rather than 3 that you need with traditional NAND. So,
am I gathering from this article also that this is going to be like more of a mobile-specific type of memory? They're hoping to make it more of a
I think that's
mobile
kind
technology.
I'm sure it will
enhancer.
Once it becomes more readily available, it will probably be something that's used all over the place. But the demonstration or the explanation that they're using, just I think to make the story a bit more impactful, to give people an idea of the type of advancement that this could provide, is your smartphone. You could have a chip the size of your fingernail that stores a terabyte of data, which is
I see. So they're just trying to give people something relatable.
Yeah, something
to
that
understand.
okay. So that's, I mean, obviously that's going to be a great application because it does use less power and all that kind of stuff, and it has much more data density. So surely we'll see it in mobile devices, but I'm sure just as much in system memory, that sort of thing, or persistent memory. I'm sure SSDs would probably benefit from this as well.
I was also thinking like enhancing motherboard chipsets with it.
Yeah, I mean, anywhere that you need storage, being able to provide more storage, being able to access and rewrite that storage with less power, and all that kind of stuff is always needed, and it's always going to help out. I thought in this story, I'm trying to find it again, but I think there was one. So there's a few companies that are looking to commercialize this. There's a startup called Crossbar that plans to release its first product for embedded chips. So those are very purpose-built, so not really consumer-oriented, but that you might find in a car dashboard, for example, by the end of this year. So that's pretty cool. But I'm hoping we might see some of these advancements maybe within the next couple of years. That'd be sweet. Memory.
Cool. Memory.
Yeah. Has anyone talked to us on Twitter?
I don't know.
People said anything? Oh, I have some notifications. Hold on.
Kyle's keeping them pretty busy.
Refreshing. Kyle's
quality settings, Kyle?
Kyle's probably talking about something completely unrelated in the chat. What is?
I'm actually doing a DDoS on NSA right now.
Kyle's
so
hacking.
Let me focus for a little bit.
Kyle's just hacking the NSA right now.
Okay, so anything quality settings for our peeps?
Quality settings sometimes take longer than others. From my understanding, quality settings are often based on how many viewers you have. So if you're a super popular stream and you have thousands of viewers, they'll appear more quickly. Whereas us, with our small but dedicated fan base, thank you guys so much for watching, by the way. It might take a few more minutes, but hopefully very soon. Hopefully.
Just favoriting some tweets.
Oh yeah, favoriting. Ooh, hey, thanks for coming,
What
Skandaraj.
wishes you had for your birthday, and what was your best birthday gift so far? And of course, happy birthday, Jenny, from Bachfabi. I have received no gifts.
No gifts?
None.
We went to lunch today.
Oh, that's right. We went to lunch today.
We had Thai food.
It was delicious.
It was delicious.
I have leftovers.
I love Thai food.
I had my little mushroom soup that I like.
Oh yeah, they were cute little mushrooms. She took a picture of the
my phone
mushrooms,
didn't
but
save
her
it.
phone was like just.
What wishes did I have for my birthday? I wished that it wouldn't be 100 degrees because our air conditioner doesn't work at home, and it's going to be really miserable.
Well, in that case.
And my computer's not going to work.
Your wish is granted. It's not going to be 100 degrees.
What is it going to be?
It's going to be like 96. I mean,
you know what? Everyone out there who says you need to be more specific, you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I should be more specific.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Cool. All right. Send us more things on Twitter.
So thanks everybody for the birthday wishes. It feels really nice, all the support.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Steve is hot. Does he work out? Yes, Steve does work out. He is proud.
He started going to the gym avidly again like a week or two ago, and that's all he's talking to. Oh, is it the gym? Just working out, you know, pecs. Just doing like a leg day.
Yeah.
Like you guys, I mean, I just go to the gym if you guys. I'm not suggesting that you guys should come to the gym with me, but I went to the gym.
Steve's not here. Willie likes monkeys to flash me for my birthday,
Steve's
and I would throw something at him for that anyway. Steve is on vacation. He's on a cruise where apparently he doesn't have Wi-Fi, because otherwise I think we'd be getting inundated with tweets about how wonderful his cruise is.
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't seen
Steve's
anything.
been completely dark. I was expecting a lot more vacation updates from Steve, but we haven't had too many of those.
Show some movie action.
All right, so let's. We should at least let's continue through the tech stories.
Okay.
Just I don't know why. There's really not a ton. We were looking earlier today. We're like,
gosh, there's so nothing.
Mean, everyone's talking about Comic-Con, but we're not.
Kyle and I were like, we had to resort to hand puppets yesterday for Yote because there's so much of nothing happening.
Why isn't this working? Oh, it's because it's an image. Okay, so here's a story from TechCrunch. that Amazon has rolled out a YouTube-like video shorts section on instant video. So if you guys are already aware of Amazon, I know you're probably not because you only shop at Newegg, right?
Right.
Amazon has instant video, and if you're a Prime member, you can access that and stream videos and whatnot. They've added this thing called video shorts, whereas before you've been able to get more AAA, I don't know if AAA is the right term for it, but more like, you know, Sherlock, I don't know, broadcast type quality stuff. Video shorts could potentially be something a little bit more YouTube-like, whereas content creators who make short but still quality videos might have a way to put these up here. They're saying that so far what is showing up there is a lot of beauty and makeup tips, which apparently is a thing on YouTube. I'm completely unaware of this. But beauty and makeup tips, no, actually I see this all the time. I'll be like looking at like my channel on YouTube to check my stats and see how things are going, even though I've been terrible about posting videos lately. And I'll be like, oh, here's me, like, and kind of, you know, it shows me who's around it and whatever, and like, oh, here's this other person right next to me, but man, they're growing fast. They're getting like 1,000 subscribers a day. Who is that? And then I click and it's like some 18-year-old girl, like, here's how you put mascara and things on, which is completely valid. And
you know what? We gotta learn how to do it somewhere.
But nevertheless,
I love those tutorial videos.
I guess
I use them all the time. Can you tell?
Yes. Wait. That sounds like a loaded question. Either way I answer could be somehow twisted to be turned against me. Therefore,
I'm kidding. I've only ever used them in cases when I've needed like a special occasion hairstyle, and I didn't want to pay $100-something to my stylist to have her use a curling iron. So I watch the videos and then I do my hair, and it's actually has been very, very helpful in those like instances and saving me money and stuff.
If you need to recreate the Princess Amidala look from episode 1,
yeah. You can do it. YouTube.
All the time.
I learned everything from. I actually don't even go to yoga class anymore because there's so many great yoga videos that are an hour long on YouTube now that I can just do it in the comfort of my home. Yeah. Or in the comfort of Studio 2.
Everyone do yoga.
On my lunch.
That's what you guys were doing in there the other day. Okay.
You guys, it was just me by myself.
I thought Denise was in there too. But
oh no.
No, that was another time. Okay. So Amazon instant video shorts section, potential YouTube competitor. Who knows? But who knows what I'd be curious is where they're getting this content, and if I could just go like right now and be like, hey, I want to submit a video. I'm guessing probably not. They're probably hand-picking the stuff for now. But it is there, and I'm always interested when a potential YouTube competitor comes around, because I think YouTube does need competition to keep things sharp, keep them savvy.
Alien0227 in the chat wants to know how does one get a shirt like yours from MSI?
Oh, that's a good shirt.
You go to an event where MSI is, and you ask them for a shirt. Except for this one, I had to remind our rep forever to bring me a small, because all they usually have are larger sizes at events, and he finally, this is Vincent from MSI, he handles the marketing for the mobile stuff. He finally brought me a small shirt, but it was so small, every time I put my head through the neck hole, it was like being born again.
No.
So that's why I cut the...
So it's a modified shirt.
I cut the neck off, so it would be more comfortable.
It's very hip. But yeah, we were talking about this earlier actually, like most of the shirts that we wear, like I can't say this 100% because I've actually purchased some shirts recently, some random funny online shirts that I found that I thought were humorous or clever or that sort of thing. But most of the shirts I have, this shirt included, I got for free at an event or something like that. This one came from Atoshi, our old Google rep here at Newegg. Hi Atoshi, I doubt you're watching, but if you are, you're awesome. But yeah, like going to events and stuff like that, like that's actually one of the main reasons I go to events like PAX or whatever, is like my wardrobe is starting to get like a little bit dated, so I gotta go there, and you go to all the different booths they have, and you're like, I want a shirt.
Yeah.
And oftentimes they'll say, here's a shirt, and it's a great way to refresh things, or if you need dusting cloths or that sort of thing, you cut the shirt up. I usually do it with the old shirts.
What are you doing?
Kyle's
apparently
wearing
they're calling for me to do a yoga demonstration now.
Well, we'll leave that up to you. You are welcome.
How about the end of the show, guys? I promise a yoga demonstration.
You just
I will
said
do
promise.
a full wheel.
You just said promise.
Go ahead and look up what a full wheel is.
All right.
But Alt+Tab back. Ha! Hi.
What? I don't get it.
Our show's called Alt+Tab.
Oh.
I told them to look up what a full wheel was. Never mind.
A little slow today. All right. Oh, that's an actual question. That is an actual question. Holy crap. I'm going to answer this question right now because it's a real question.
Okay.
Chuck Tuna 87 asks, building a budget gaming PC for little Tuna, would a Intel G3258 be a good choice? I think yes. I think it would be an excellent choice. I think the
that's the new
that's the Pentium Anniversary Edition.
That $75 Pentium.
75 bucks.
Pentium.
So I think it's a great choice. I think you can get a reasonably priced motherboard in the $100 to $130 range. They pair up nicely. What is? Oh, that is excellent. Wow. That is the best screenshot I've ever seen. Hold on, we gotta open that.
What are you guys talking about? Whoa.
Here we go. That is great. We're gonna leave that up for the rest of the show. I'm gonna continue answering this question.
That's
I think it would be an excellent choice.
New profile pic.
Remember, it's dual core. It's 2-core. You want to overclock it because you can get at least an extra 800 to 1,000 megahertz out of it, which is going to really improve gaming performance. Don't buy it if you're thinking about using the system for something like video editing or anything that actually uses multiple cores, 3 or 4 cores, because it's not going to perform quite as well. But for a gaming-specific system, it is an excellent buy. Just really overclock it. It's really easy. Just bump up the multiplier by 6 or 7 or 800 megahertz to start with, and then see if it'll go even further past that. I gotta remove that. Why? But why? I can make it bigger. There we go.
Don't make it bigger.
It's a great picture.
Wow.
Come on. Yeah, this is like from moments ago. Okay, cool.
1 gallon of Jack Daniels later.
You do look pretty trash there. That's Jenny's trash. That's what she looks like. Okay, hey, it just so happens we're rolling right into another little tech story here. So we talked about this a little bit last night. Actually, I was on Tech Talk with Jay and Jerry. Jay's 2 cents on his channel. That was kind of fun. But we mentioned this briefly. This is like anytime the new television technology comes out, like the first one that's available, that's like the biggest TV with like all this technology, is always ridiculously expensive. So Samsung has just put up for sale, you can actually buy these now, these 4K curved displays that they had on display at CES. I actually saw one of these when I visited Samsung last month. I mean, it is stunning to stand next to. Granted, not $120,000 stunning.
I had no idea that cost that much when I saw it at CES.
Yes, $120,000. But, I mean, they're going to sell like 100 of these, maybe. I have no idea how many of these they're going to sell. If you want a little bit of justification for your money here, it's 105-inch diagonal, so it's insanely huge. It's got its own stand. Hey, that's cool, because literally it's like too big to wall mount or to put on top of anything. You really just like set it on the floor and maybe raise it up a little bit. It is better than 4K, so whereas most 4K displays you're seeing right now that are 16 by 9 are 3840 by 2160, this one is wider, so it's 5120 by 2160.
So what's the rationale between curving TVs this way?
The rationale is that it wraps around your vision a little bit more, so it kind of fills in a little bit more of the edges. Whereas if you're looking at a flat display from your perspective, you have more peripheral vision top and side. So rather than seeing a rectangle right in the middle, it's a little bit bigger, and the edges that would be technically further from your field of view at the edge. If you measured from your eyeballs to these corners of a flat TV versus your eyeballs to the center, it's going to fill it in more. The biggest downside to that, from the ones that I've seen and from reading reviews and stuff, is that it makes it so really you got to be sitting in the sweet spot, like right in front of the TV. So if you're in a larger room or you have a bunch of people coming over to watch a game or something, the more off axis you get, the more you have one side of that display that's curving towards almost looking at it from the side. So that's like the positives and negatives.
TVs used to be curved, you know, when they were glass this way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was more of a limitation of CRT and the projection that they were using for that. So making the TVs flat was a big improvement, but they were convex, and now actually making them concave, I guess, is potentially an improvement.
This at CES, though, it was so liquidy. It looked like you could just dip your finger into the thing. No matter where, like what angle you were standing at it from, it just blew my mind. The Samsung booth blew my mind at CES.
Yeah, they do a great, I mean, if you want a feast for the eyes, the Samsung, Sony, LG, they always just have these massive, they take 50 or 100 of their best new flat screens and they arrange them all, and they have really cool visual things going across them and everything. But yeah, that was for me, having stood up close to lots of large format TVs before, the thing that I often notice is the closer you get, the more you can actually see the individual pixels. And this one, because it's 4K, like you really don't get that effect, even when you're...
That's why it just looked like you could just like reach right into it. It was really interesting, almost disorienting experience. So
for, I know most of our viewers are pretty high rollers, so probably many of you are interested in this one. Or if you're looking for a bargain, LG sells its own. So this is the Samsung one. LG has a 105-inch curved display for $70,000. That's a savings of $50,000. You're literally losing $50,000 if you don't go and buy that LG TV right now. So large format TVs, that's pretty awesome. I will say 4K. 4K is cool. One of the displays we have over here for our live stream is 4K, and the amount of screen real estate you get is amazing. Although the text is tiny. So tiny.
Yeah, or if you just want to have a good laugh, there's a really amazing review that somebody did on Amazon on a $40,000 Samsung TV, and it kind of echoes most of our sentiments about it, about you know, having to sell a child into hard labor in order to be able to afford one. So anyway, but just like all these expensive technologies, I mean, it's expensive right now, but so were LED TVs and plasma TVs when they first came out. I mean, early plasma TVs were in the bonkers ranges too, and they've come down, so this will as well in a couple years.
Plasma, rest in peace. They've stopped making them.
Well, that's because you only get so many hours of use out of them.
Yeah, they've kind of... They had a lot of benefits, though. They held their own for quite some time.
My parents have one. It's beautiful. It's a really nice television, but, I mean, it's only going to last so long.
Okay, I have another actual tech question. This one's from Damon Bruckheimer.
Yes,
Damon is looking to build an AM1 system. He's asking if an R9 270 or 270X would be overkill for that, because the AM1 does not have very many PCI Express lanes. It's got 4 instead of what you would get 16 or more if you're going with Intel or something like that. That is a tough question for me to answer off the top of my head, because although I have seen and am familiar with the AM1 stuff, I haven't done much hands-on testing myself, and I'm not as familiar with some of the other hands-on testing that's been done online. That being said, I would encourage you to check out some articles from, I'm pretty sure I saw some stuff about it on PC Perspective and Anantech, and they did some testing to see how viable AM1 is as an actual gaming platform, and I think it actually is reasonably good. I would say if you're willing to spend a little bit more, check out that G3258 Intel Pentium Anniversary Edition, because as a budget gaming processor, you might get longer legs out of that than AM1, because AM1 is a pretty cut down platform. AM1 was actually designed for developing nations where people don't have much money, but they needed an x86 platform that they could invest in for a reasonable price. But yes, I'm actually hoping to do some AM1 testing sometime in the near future. Although I say that about a lot of things.
We need to party on. We're over halfway through the show now.
Oh yeah, cool.
We've got an unboxing
Good
to do.
stuff.
We got stories.
What else do we have? Stories?
The only ones I really want to talk about, I want to talk about the fashion show and the Overswipe photo app.
All right, let's do the Overswipe photo app first. This one is pretty straightforward.
I love this meme. If I show you a picture on my phone, don't swipe left, don't swipe right, just look.
That's pretty awesome.
So there's a few apps out there that I guess do this, but Overswipe is one that is apparently easier to use because it allows you to just select the pictures that you want people to see. You know, so you can just select, oh, these 25 pictures in my phone are safe for public view, and then people, as they're swiping through your phone, you know, when you hand it over for picture viewing, can just see those ones. But Kyle pointed out to me at lunch that most Galaxy newer model phones already have this feature where you can just hide.
Got it built in, apparently.
Yeah, mine does not, which is why I never hand anybody my phone.
Neither does mine. And it's so easy to do. I've done this myself. Like, I don't tend to pry. I'm not a very like invasive person. I feel like most of the time. But you just look at it for a second. Okay, you get an assessment, and you just naturally want to start through the photos. I don't know why it's such a. So this app is basically a solution for that. I believe this is an iPhone application. Because they're demoing it on an iPhone. But yeah, so you choose what pictures you want to be visible, and it'll hide the rest of them and make sure that none of your scandalous nudie photos or otherwise. Like if you were to take Kyle's phone, you'd probably find a bunch of pictures of his toilet and the contents of it. Am I not supposed to tell people about that?
know that.
What?
I'm hacking.
Kyle, continue hacking away. All right. So that's Overswipe. Check it out if you guys have dangerous pictures on your phone. And next up, we're moving into our fashion section of today's show. This is another TechCrunch article.
Today, TechCrunch. First, we need to show them. Scroll down a little bit.
Okay.
Click on that green link, the guide to start. Yes. First, we're going to show you Banana Republic. I don't know any of you startup people out there. I know we've got a lot of you. Basically, if you're the kind of startup that can afford the television we were just talking about, Banana Republic has a clothing line for you.
Nice.
Keep scrolling.
So.
There it is.
Oh,
all right. So Banana Republic thinks that startups, you know, you're going to want to not wear socks and roll up your pant legs. And then like there's this like half tucking in a shirt thing. It's like a hoodie, but not a hoodie. No, it's nothing like a hoodie because it doesn't go on your head.
This is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. I'm just going to come out and say that. Like, why? If I see somebody with a button-up shirt and half of it is untucked,
I'm going to assume they didn't tuck it in when they were done in the bathroom.
You just took a leak and you did not finish the job and button up your stuff when you were finished with that. And why would you, unless you've just arrived at the beach and you came directly from work, so you didn't have a chance to change, and you take your shoes off and you walk into the sand, there's no reason to roll up your stupid pant legs like that. Because it's stupid.
And I love the comment that their editor, whoever did this, added, don't need socks, and SF is for San Francisco.
Oh, okay. And
Kyle,
khakis,
you have friends in San Francisco. Do they wear socks?
No.
Khakis, because you're an adult?
They wear
the shorthand here? Anyway,
some of them wear socks.
This is...
Okay.
The ones that don't wear socks I don't associate with.
Apparently this is the writer. Let's read some comments. Modern tech dudes' apathy towards fashion reminds me of a circa 90s tech dudes' ambivalence towards graphic and UI design. Their pride in looking like they don't care is real and misplaced. Okay, just to reply to this comment, I don't try to look like I don't care. I just don't care.
Yeah, there's no false authenticity there. That is for real.
That is pretty much sums it up. I think that's the whole... I think that's where a lot of this comes from. It's like, have you actually put thought into this and then gone forward with attempting to do something that is not what is naturally just there, or is it just like that's like organic? That's what everyone wants, is organic. It just happens. It's not planned. It's not contrived. And this is like the epitome of contrivance, especially when the audience they're trying to talk to
is like you.
Is like some, yeah.
And
is
Kyle,
is this
and
aimed
all
at
of
me?
you out there. So let's go
know.
back to TechCrunch, because TechCrunch is populated by actual tech people.
Okay.
And they came up with their own spring-summer startup
I
fashion
see.
collection. So let's scroll through and
is
see
their
what
response.
TechCrunch comes up with. This is very, very
Oh, yeah.
familiar to me. Get the look. Grouped sunglasses in sky, Washio hoodie. You got the Airbnb tote, which that unfortunate logo.
Is this the Airbnb logo?
That's, yeah.
It looks like
Uh-huh.
either an upside down heart or a butt. I think it looks like a butt, actually. I'm sorry, Airbnb.
You know what? It generated a hashtag. That's hashtag butt logo.
Butt yeah,
All right, so this guy, you know, maybe he likes sports a little bit. My very, very IT tech nerd, gaming other roommate, not Kyle. This is how he dresses
Yeah?
on game day.
He has a jersey. I never quite understood. I guess I understand.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into that.
He wears it in front of his computer
Wearing a
while he's
jersey.
gaming.
Okay. Well, that's because it's a sport, right? He must be into esports.
Sure.
I mean, if you wear a jersey, that's makes it sporty.
And this is
like this
familiar.
one.
That's a yeah, that's a event T-shirt.
Convenience store sunglasses in mirror. I like that.
So we had a little sound off around the office when I saw this picture. I was like, everybody who bought their T-shirt, raise their hand. And there's
Not many people.
nobody
Yeah.
sitting here,
Exactly.
because we get swag shirts and we
Where
wear
it
them.
that's where it comes from.
If you get a free shirt, why wouldn't you wear it? You're a startup. You have no money.
Postmates Ops hoodie in slate. So yeah, that's where
This
all-
guy, like, this is a familiar look. We know this person. We
is a
could
hoodie.
assume safely that he is a tech person. Sort of. He has an iPhone. We'll forgive him.
does have an iPhone. Yeah,
Tech girl
TechCrunch.
wearing a TechCrunch shirt. I want a
TechCrunch
TechCrunch shirt,
I would,
actually.
I would wear a TechCrunch shirt.
I wonder if we could get them to send us shirts.
Okay, so of the 15 TechCrunch employees who are watching this video right now, at least 2 of you please send us shirts. That'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
Yext fleece in charcoal. I think what they're getting at here is that what tech startup people wear and what people tend to wear.
I love this
is-
guy, though. He's got the knockoff Sony Beats headphones.
And Sony Beats.
Knockoffs.
Totally, yeah, that's the way you save some money.
That's a way to save some money. Also wearing a TechCrunch jersey, which you bet he got out of the swag box in the back office.
For free. Lots of TechCrunch gear.
Well,
Skull candy
because they all
headphones.
work for TechCrunch, so it was free.
Yep,
That's why we wear Newegg shirts.
that is Charles River Ventures sleeve.
Because why wouldn't we?
Fleece. I don't know where I got sleeve from.
I don't know.
Fake fairs. All right, and wait, there's one.
So
more.
anyway, so TechCrunch, what they're saying here is that, you know, tech people, it's not that we're trying to look like we don't care about fashion, it's that we just really don't care.
We don't care, or we'd have no money to buy anything other than.
Because we spend all our money on PC components.
Exactly. That's what I do.
Oh, I see what they're saying here. It isn't about the fleece, it's about the sunglasses on the back of his head.
Oh, that's what makes it cool. Tell Kyle to stop looking at. Kyle, are you looking at?
What are you doing?
Oh, it's legit.
I'm hacking.
He's hacking.
What about?
Kyle is working very hard back there. Okay. We've also have a request for a lightsaber duel.
We only have the one lightsaber.
We do. We only have one, so we can't actually battle with it. And it is going straight through my head right now.
That's funny. All right, so next story. And then we can
I think
skip
that's
that
all
one.
of yours. Oh wait,
Yeah, that's all of mine. We're gonna skip that one.
it's all yours. All right. I don't.
Or do we want to unbox?
Let me.
we offered yoga
this.
and unboxing.
We did. So we've still got time for the unboxing. We can.
Okay.
We can. But let me do this story really quick, because it is a rumor. This is from PC perspective. It's a rumor. But I know you guys are always interested in the newest game and stuff. So on this PC perspective article, NVIDIA GeForce 800 series is 28 nanometer, which is the same manufacturing process they've been already using. So that's different. We were expecting them to go to a smaller manufacturing process, although the 8. Wait, my mind is gunk right now. The 850 Ti.
You're looking over there like we have
Looking
one.
over here like, someone save me. The 850, right? The Maxwell card. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the 850, right? or is it a 750?
Kyle, help him.
Kyle?
What?
The Maxwell card from NVIDIA. Is it the 850 or 750 Ti?
Maxwell card?
Yeah, it's
Maxwell's
a 7.
850.
No, but it's 750. The one they came out with was 750. Somebody.
It's a Maxwell GPU, you mean?
Yeah, well, it's a Maxwell architecture.
Oh,
My
okay.
mind is yoked. Yes, 750 Ti. Thank you. Thank you, Darker Bell 5. Thank you. Yes, it's 750 Ti. 750 Ti. Friday, we're almost done. It's a 750 Ti, and that one is Maxwell, and that one is 28 nanometer. But apparently, the 800 series that will be coming out in October or November, according to this rumor article, will also be 28 nanometers. So perhaps NVIDIA was having some difficulties dropping down to that low, that smaller node manufacturing process. NVIDIA hasn't spoken too much on this since it's a rumor most likely, but their GPU roadmap is still there, although things get pushed back just a little bit here and there. We still have Maxwell for 2014, although there's no like lines here with months on them or anything. And then of course Volta in the who knows future after that. And if this rumor is true, Maxwell was pushed from 20 nanometer to a wholly 28 nanometer architecture. But Maxwell is very efficient, so we already know that from the 750 Ti. But there's a bit of tech news, GPU rumors. On with the show.
On with the show.
All right, we decided to do a live unboxing
I gotta go adjust the
today's
camera.
show.
Excuse me.
Jenny's gonna work the camera over there, and I need something metal. I need something that cuts things. Wait, I have that. Hold on, we're not abandoning the stream. I'm just walking over here to get this. So this is the DeepCool Steam Castle. And if you're wondering why it's called the Steam Castle, it is because they have gone for a steampunk aesthetic with the design of this. This is a mini ITX chassis. If you guys were following any of the Computex announcements this year, DeepCool is a company. Thank you, Kyle. DeepCool is a company that has previously not been available in the United States, but Newegg is now starting to carry them. They primarily make cases. They also have, I believe, they have coolers, CPU coolers. That was hiding for some reason. They have CPU coolers, cases. I forget what else. They had a booklet with some stuff in it, but so this is the Steam Castle, and it being a steampunk design, it's actually available in like 4 different colors. So this is the red one.
I grabbed the red one.
Yeah, we want to show the red one because it's flashy and stuff.
Well, there's like a. I think this is a fan speed controller.
Things. Hide all the Twitter stuff.
No.
Sure, why not? Hide that.
Okay. So I think this is a fan speed controller on that side.
Really? Oh, it's a little knob.
It says plus and minus. I don't know.
Okay, that
could be a volume
probably
up thing too.
Although it's infinite, it doesn't have a stopping point.
Do you wanna?
What?
Do you wanna hold the
sure.
something?
So I don't know the price of this actually. It could be. I wonder if it's listed on our website yet. Actually, that would be a good question. It's a way to figure that out. This is a micro ATX chassis. Also supports mini ITX. Does not support full ATX. So don't try to put a full-size motherboard.
Got a window on the side.
Side windows to show your interior components. Thank you, Kyle.
Not sure.
I have a feeling Kyle is being like dared
really bored
to do things.
Oh yeah.
I am hacking, people. Calm down.
Deep.
It's $99.
It's $99? Somebody already said that?
I don't know. Someone in the stream said that.
DeepCool Steam Castle. Oh yeah, it's $100. $100. Red, black, white, and yellow are the colors that are available.
This is interesting. I've never seen this before.
If anyone wants to do a Bumblebee build, there's a yellow option.
So over here on the expansion slots, there's like this little raise it up.
Yeah, that's not
it.
terribly uncommon for some smaller chassis.
What are you talking about? Not terribly.
holds-
What was the last micro ITX or mini ITX case you saw that did this?
The Node 804.
The Node 804
Yeah,
has like a panel.
I believe so. I see that. I see that commonly. I forget if the Node 804. If you guys want to find out for sure, I did a Node 804 unboxing on my YouTube channel, which I'm sure is still available.
People are saying the case has a nice 50s fridge look.
50s
This
fridge,
red
the
one
red and
actually
the black,
does look
yeah.
very much like the old Coke coolers.
Yeah. So it's got a red bezel. This is all plastic on the front, plastic on the top. It has these exhaust ports. Do those have fans in them?
Yeah,
Those do have fans.
they have
in
working
them.
fans in them.
So those have fans, which look to be, those are not 120s. Those look to be somewhere in the 90-95 millimeter range. And the thing that I had said, actually, you lift that up for a sec, please, Jenny. The thing that I had said originally about this was it would be too bad if, because of the aesthetic decision on the top to put those fan exhausts, there wasn't radiator support. However, there is this central radiator mount, although it could possibly conflict with the 5 1/4 inch bay. But it looks like you've got 240 or 280 millimeter radiator mounts support here. Although I'm going to say maybe not 280 because those mount holes go right up to the end, and you might not have room for that little bulge for the reservoir.
So that would probably be
there.
why the price too. Just not just the style, but actually for $100. If this is a $100 case, and it comes with how many? 5.
So those are 4 exhaust fans
6
plus
pre-installed
200
fans.
millimeter intake fan at the front and 120 millimeter exhaust fan there at the back.
So yeah, 6 pre-installed fans. That's pretty rare.
The motherboard sits like so, right here. 4 expansion bays in the back. Power supply goes on the bottom. You got a bit of extra space up here. What is that? You got some hard drive cages. Yeah, hard drive cages there. Is this another hard drive cage over here? I'm gonna take the other side panel off.
Okay.
This is fascinating. Okay. Right.
Don't you wish we did our unboxings this way, like on the
completely
channel?
off
Like
the
we
cuff.
have no idea what we're getting into.
Zero prior research. All right, so here's all your front panel, or your I guess side panel
That caught on something.
connectors in this case. They're all over on the
Okay.
side, and it's all right there.
And they are not labeled at all. That's fun.
Really?
Well, I mean, we know what they are, but I still don't know what that knob is for. Is that a volume control or a fan speed control?
I'm guessing it's a fan
I think
speed
it's fan
control
speed
for those
too.
4 exhaust fans on the top.
USB AC97.
That sounds reasonable.
Audio.
It does have a couple, it looks like 2 quick release 2.5 inch drive bays right there tucked away, so that gives you a total of what? 2, alright, so 2 2.5, 2 more 3.5s on this side with removable trays,
How many
a
drive
box
mounts?
of accessories. What? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Drive mounts. So a couple
trying to-
2.5 over there, a couple more 3.5 right here, another 3.5 right here, which
And
would
an optical
theoretically
drive
have
thing.
front access, but it
Yeah.
does not. It's blocked. And then a 5 1/4 as well at the top, which if you didn't want an optical drive, you could put an adapter in there to fit another 3.5 or a couple 2.5s or that sort of thing.
Ah!
Thank you, Kyle, and whoever suggested Kyle do that. But yeah, it looks, I mean, painted interior. Build quality seems pretty solid. It's not very flexible at all. You do have, so this cage system up on top here is attached with screws, so you could remove that if you wanted to clear out some space for, I don't know, water cooling, or if you were going to do that radiator up on the top right there.
Yeah, if you did the radiator in the top, you'd definitely, like,
Yeah.
that would nix you having
you'd
an
wanna-
optical drive.
You'd want to clear some space out for that. Or you could do a 120 or a 140.
Yeah, the shorter, like
up on the top right there.
H100 or whatever.
That's
It's
another
just a smaller
possibility.
one.
And it looks like the red metal is also painted. There are some pretty flat feet on the bottom with some rubber. There is
Removable
a
dust.
removable dust filter, at least for the power supply intake. Thank you, Kyle. And yeah. Now, is there any dust filter on the front intake? No, no dust filter on the front intake. So this is just a plastic piece painted. Looks to be reasonable quality. It does have a removable panel here for the 5 1/4 inch bay. Aha, like so. You put your Blu-ray burner right there. Blu-ray burners never really caught on. It's not in my mind.
They do if you're Steve. He believes Blu-rays are the only way to store anything.
Steve backs up all of his data to optical media, and then I explained to him at some point that, you know, optical media has a shelf life usually of around 5 years, at least for DVDs. I'm not sure about Blu-rays. I think Blu-rays, you might be able to get archival quality Blu-rays that last a lot longer than that. It's got these things at the bottom that look like they like it looks like it should be speakers, like the way those ports are designed.
I keep everything on reel-to-reel.
What?
I keep everything on reel-to-reel on film stock.
Film stock? What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're saying, Jenny. Here, let's put this back together so everyone can see what it looks like. There we go. And I believe, I'm not positive, but I think the black version of this might actually have some like a soft rubber finish. And I read briefly.
It's not shiny. I could go get it.
Yeah. That's okay. Do we have time? No, we don't have time. I'm sorry.
All right, last Twitter.
We're gonna do some videos on this though, so you guys can check those out, and we'll do the full once over and everything.
It's a heavy little
Thank you, Ches, for saying LOL to whatever I said.
Something.
Is Jerry on the Twitch chat? Is Jerry in there?
Nope.
No?
I don't see him.
Well, he should be. He has no excuse.
He doesn't have a job.
Oh my God.
Kyle.
Slacker.
Too soon, Kyle.
I love you, Jerry.
We love you,
if
Jerry.
you're watching.
Yay. Is the Matrix background too cool to never be changed? The Matrix, we haven't found anything, like usually we come over here, this is how Alt+Tab show goes. So we have Friday, and like we're supposed to be spending a good chunk of the time on Friday, like, you know, looking up some interesting news stories, familiarizing ourselves with things so we can seem intelligent, that sort of thing. And then it gets to be like, suddenly, it's always like, crap, suddenly it's 2 o'clock. And we're like, we're going live in an hour. So it's like frantically trying to kind of get the last of the stories done, coming over here and plugging all this stuff in and setting this up and making sure nothing's been changed, making sure none of the hardware we have here has been like, oh, somebody's like, I need this for something else, and carries it off to some other part of the room where they have their way with it or whatever. So yeah. Typically in that frantic mishmash of trying to get things together to launch and start the show on time, we never have time to be like, oh, what other random things could we put on the screen back behind us? Kyle just took his shirt off.
Why? What? You guys!
He's really trying to lower the tone of today's show, I think. So
Had to flip it.
you just, apparently Twitch chat has free reign to tell Kyle to do anything right now.
I can't help it, all right? I can't help it.
Look at that.
I have to do everything they say. I don't know why. Where's Chet?
No, you guys lost your yoga privileges.
Oh, that was it? Good one, Jenny. Let's just work that in there. See, if you guys hadn't been telling Kyle to do silly things, then yoga would totally happen, apparently. Take your shirt off, Kyle. That's all. Well, I guess they did say please. Pants next. Now take... No, Kyle, leave your pants on.
Jenny needs to do the yoga
right.
she promised. All right, but only you have to...
All right, so if
You're going to shut the camera off, right?
There seemed to be some consensus in chat that hashtag butt logo is the message we're sending Linus for today. So if you guys are going to be tuning into Linus's WAN show, tell Linus and Slick.
That's a for real
butt
hashtag,
logo.
though.
Apparently it is. But I'm sure they will be appreciative of that. And any final... oh, wait, here's another actual tech question.
Okay.
I'm totally going to answer. Thank you, everyone, by the way, for telling me it was a 750 and a 750 Ti that was the Maxwell base for some reason. I was like, wait, is there 800 series? It's the mobile ones. The mobile ones came out and they're like, oh, these are 800 series. And they're actually not because they're mobile, but whatever. Here's a question from Ryan Morton, and I apologize. I'm not sure if I can... Oh, I turned all that stuff off. Wait, I didn't turn it back on. There's us. There's that. Tweets. Ah ha ha. Okay. We have Chez saying lol. Is it better to have low latency or high speed for RAM? I generally lean towards higher speed. Latency is, dang it. We have a memory video that we've recorded, but we haven't finished to upload, but it has a fairly good explanation of this. What latency is doing is providing you the number of clock cycles it takes between doing everything, so like 10, 10, 10, 24 or something like that. So if you want to do the math, you can take the number of clock cycles and basically take that times the speed and the frequency, which is a frequency per second, and per second is the clock cycle, and you can use that to figure out the actual memory bandwidth. And in that case, you can actually look at both of those together and say, okay, this one that's higher frequency but lower latency can actually be higher speed than this one, which is lower frequency but higher latency, or the other way around. And I'm sorry if I'm not giving a very good explanation of this right now, but generally speaking, I just go for the higher speed.
Right.
So 1600 or 1866 is perfectly fine right now. If you're using integrated graphics, maybe go for 2133 or 2400. Which is going to give you an improvement for integrated graphics.
I wish I had known a little bit more about this when I was researching for my personal build, because I spent a lot of time researching my GPU, but not enough time researching my memory, and I think I got pretty middle-of-the-road memory.
Honestly, middle-of-the-road memory is totally fine. Memory is like one of the fastest things in the computer, so it really, even paying an extra $50 for higher speed memory, the actual real-world difference you will not notice at all unless you're doing very, very specific tests, and then you can say, oh, you know, this improved by 0.01 milliseconds or something like that. Like,
well,
it's so,
I don't feel too bad.
Yeah, it's so minimal and so marginal that really the only time I specifically say yes, get higher speed, higher frequency memory is if somebody knows they're using like an AMD APU, or they know they're going to be living off of the integrated graphics on an Intel or an AMD processor for a while, because that's the one place where it does have a significant difference, because the GPU that's integrated uses your system memory, and fast memory is much more important for graphics cards, which is why there's GDDR5 memory. And I think it's time to end the show. So Jenny,
I wanted to
do some yoga.
I was gonna make Kyle do some yoga.
Kyle's gonna do some yoga. Kyle, we got the space on the table right here.
All right, let's do it.
Kyle's gonna do some yoga. Well, we play you out. So
Kyle, go ahead. Lay down on the table.
Downward.
Belly first or back first?
Back down.
Downward facing
belly up.
dog.
Back, bow, belly down.
No.
Head this way or that way?
Head over there.
This is the
on
best
your back.
idea.
On your back.
This is the best idea we've ever had.
I feel like Surgeon Simulator.
Okay.
Right.
I've never
You're
been
gonna
on this
put
side
your
of it
hands
before.
next to your head like this.
Ow!
Okay.
Am I under arrest? Ow!
Like that. Okay.
I'm not flexible.
Yes, you are.
Nope.
Hopefully the anesthesia's taken effect.
Oh my God! No! No, Paul! No! Please don't do that.
Now I want you to push with your hands and your legs, your back up. Go, 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 go. There we go. Good job, Kyle.
Ow! This table's gonna break in like 5 seconds. Why does anyone do this willingly?
We would like to thank you all for watching today's Alt+Tab show.
Yes,
we'll be
thank
back
you.
next week with more of our regular content. Yoked on Tuesday and Thursday. The Q&A show on Wednesday, so send us your questions to qnegg@gmail.com. Another Alt+Tab show on Friday, which it'll be exactly like this one. We're going to do this every week from now on. You guys are awesome. Please keep tweeting to us your questions and everything, because we love answering them.
And have a great weekend.
We love all your feedback. And have a fantastic weekend too.
Thanks, guys.
And I might actually post a new video on my channel this weekend. I really want to do that. So watch that too.